Good afternoon. It's a great day for Bison Soccer as we welcome 8 new members to the Bison Soccer family. I want to congratulate those players and their families and welcome them to NDSU. We're excited. Coming off back-to-back Summit League regular season championships, we just graduated 9 exceptional seniors, and we felt with this class we really had some holes to fill, and it's a really good group. It's kind of a unique group for us as we brought in 5 Canadians, which is something we haven't done in the past, and we have had Canadian players in our program, but typically they've been from Manitoba and maybe Alberta, but this year we were able to get into Ontario, which is an area where we have not been able to recruit very well, and got a couple good players out of there. Excited about that, and so with that I'll introduce our 8 new players. First up is Danielle Alguera, midfielder from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Calvin Christian Collegiate School with a 4.1 GPA. She also competes in cross country, volleyball, basketball, curling, badminton, track and field. Obviously, Canadian kid with curling. She's active in community work. Plays for the Winnipeg Phoenix Football Club, where she's was a 4-year member of the Manitoba provincial team. She placed second in the Western Canadian Summer Games. Was named All-Star at Provincials. Her intended major is engineering, and she's the daughter of Ray and Marlene Alguera. Maddie Bernstein, defender from Burlington, Ontario, Notre Dame Catholic Secondary School, 3.5 GPA. She was a 4-year starter on the center back starter on the senior team at Notre Dame Catholic, was a champion in the Ontario High School Championships in 2015, and they were a 3-time regional champion. She plays her club soccer for Salt Fleet Explosion, where they were the Ontario Youth Soccer League champions in 2013, Ontario Cup and Quebec Cup champions 2013. She's a 3-time Ontario Cup finalist, and they were the Ontario Cup gold medalist in 2014. They won the Ontario Summer Games in 2014, placed 4th in the Canadian Nationals in 2016. She's also a member of the Ontario Women's Soccer League U21 provincial team as a 16-year-old. She's going to major in journalism or broadcasting, and she's the daughter of Ron and Lori Bernstein. Brooklyn Dew, forward midfielder, Fargo, North Dakota, Shanley High School, 3.45 GPA. She's also a member of the volleyball and basketball teams at Shanley. She's a first-team All-State soccer player, All-EDC, All-Tournament team in 2016, and was named captain for the spring season this year. She's a member of the Service Club and Philanthropy for Youth. Also plays for the Tri-City Storm Soccer Club. Her intended major is nursing, and she's the daughter of Jim and Carrie Dew. Daniela Jasper, midfield forward, Calgary, Alberta. St. Mary's High School, 3.33 GPA, where she also plays basketball and ran track. She led her high school team to the city finals 2 times, where they were silver medalist and a gold medal champion in 2015. Was named on the citywide all-star team. She's also a 3-time athlete of the year at St. Mary's High School, where she's a Calgary City gold medalist in the 100-meter dash and a gold medalist in the 200-meter dash. Provincial silver medalist, and also a bronze medalist in the 200 meter. So she's obviously very quick. She plays for the Southwest United Napoli 99s. They were the 2014 Alberta provincial champions and 2016 Alberta provincial champions. They were placed 3rd in the Canadian Nationals both times they won the Alberta championships. Her major is business marketing, and she's the daughter of A.K. Jasper and Michael Harrison. Kennedy Keller, defender, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Lincoln High School, 3.15 GPA. She is also on the, not only is she a soccer player at Lincoln, she's a member of the powerlifting group and track and field, so she'll do real well in our weight room. She's a 2015 and 2016 All-Conference player, 2015 All-State, and was a member of the state champion team in 2014 at Lincoln. She's a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, plays for Dakota Alliance Soccer Club. Her intended major is elementary education or business, and she's the daughter of Taryn and Timberly Keller. Ellie Schneider, defender, Minnetonka, Minnesota, Providence Academy, 3.52 GPA. She's been a varsity player at Providence Academy since 8th grade. She was named Rookie of the Year, was All-Conference honorable mention as a freshman, All-Conference as a sophomore, was named captain as a sophomore, was second-team All-State as a sophomore. Junior was named captain, all-conference, and all-state. She did miss her senior year this year with an ACL injury. She's also a member of the hockey team where she was all-conference hockey player. She's a member of the orchestra where she plays bass and cello. She's the manager of the basketball team and is in the choir. She plays high school soccer for the Maplebrook Soccer Club, where she's a 5-time captain for her club team, a member of the Minnesota Olympic Development Program. Her club team won the U.S. Youth U.S. Club Soccer Regionals in 2014, where they placed second in the national championships. She's undecided major, and she's the daughter of Mark and Susan Schneider. Marion Taiwo, forward, Manotick, Ontario, St. Mark's High School, 4.0 GPA, where she's also a member of the volleyball and track and field teams. She was the high school MVP for her soccer team, where they were the Tier 2 runner-ups in 2016. She's a member of the Drama Club. She volunteer coaches with Ottawa South Soccer Club and is a peer helper for 7th and 8th grade students. She plays club soccer for Ottawa South United, 99 Force Black. They were the Ontario Youth Soccer League Eastern Division runner-ups. They were a silver medalist at the Disney Showcase, and she's a Region 5 select player. Her major is Biological Sciences, Pre-Med, and she's the daughter of Alice and Emmanuel Taiwo. Finally, Milana Vachon, midfielder, Calgary, Alberta, Springbank Community High School, 3.3 GPA. Her high school team was a 3-time silver medalist, city silver medalist, and they finally won the gold medal, beating the 10-time champions last year. She was named Rocky View District MVP in 2014-2015. She plays club for Southwest United Napoli 99, teammates with Danny Jasper, and also plays for a women's major league team, Rapids FC Premier. Again, her club team was provincial champions in 2013 and 2015, where they placed third in the Canadian National Championships. She's also a member of the Alberta provincial team. She's undecided major, and she's the daughter of Melinda and Denis Vachon. That's our recruiting class for this year, and like I said, it's a great group. We're excited to welcome them in. We definitely have some holes to fill with our graduating class, and we think this group is going to compete for playing time right away, and we want to welcome them to NDSU and the Bison family. Any questions?
You mentioned getting into Canada. Is that area of Canada, is it notoriously good for their soccer up there, or just currently this age group? I mean, why is that such a plus for you?
Well, Ontario is actually really probably the top province in Canada. So it's been an area we've talked to players in the past and really haven't got a lot of interest. I think, as Coach Kleiman mentioned earlier, our footprint is really growing, and I think our name brand is getting out there. And we were able over the last couple of years really to build some relationships with coaches in Ontario. And by getting our foot in that door, it kind of enabled us to open up that conversation with these players. And like I said, the level of play is really excellent in Canada. I think, they've got a good youth program. They're developing players the right way. And so we were excited to get, like I said, we've always had kids from Manitoba and kind of Alberta in the past, but it was nice to get to that part because really that's where some of the best players in Canada come from. And, we've got another one coming in next year that's really highly rated out of Ontario. So we're excited about that right now.
And then at the same time, to keep your footprint, to get a Fargo girl, a homegrown, to get some South Dakota, how important is that as well?
You've got to stay in region. That's really important. We know, typically we've been very heavy Minnesota. We got away a little bit this year. We've talked to some kids in Minnesota. We lost some battles there, and so that kind of opened the door for us to move into Canada. But, our recruiting class next year is heavy Minnesota again and heavy upper Midwest. But we'll always have our footprint here. We're excited to bring in Kennedy from Sioux Falls, and of course, we want to have the best kids in North Dakota wearing the Bison green and gold. And so getting Brooklyn Dew was great for us, and we're excited to have her.
Success of people like Sierra and Megan, that kind of give you an idea of what you're looking for in those Canadian players?
Yeah, absolutely. We've had great kids that put on the Bison colors that have come out of Canada. So I think we look at what Sierra have done and Megan Johnson in the last couple of years, and Anisha Kinderrath when I first got here. There's good players there, and they want to come to the States and play soccer. And as long as there's players out there, we're going to continue to look there. But of course, like we said, we're certainly going to put an emphasis on our region also.
A lot of players lost from this year's team. Many of these players you think got a chance to start next year?
We hope they all have a chance to start, to be honest with you. And we're projecting this to be a pretty good class, but we know there are some holes to fill, and if we didn't do our job if some of these kids don't come in and help us right away because of how young we're going to be next year. We've got a good returning group, but this freshman group's really going to need to help us, certainly with depth. If they're not in the first 11, they've got to be able to come off the bench and contribute, and we think of these 8 players that there's quite a few that are going to help us right off the bat.
A player like Kennedy, did she project more in the middle of the defense with those 3 in the back?
Yeah, Kennedy's a pretty typical center back. She's big, strong, she's physical. She's got a little bit of work we got to do technically with her, but she's a prototypical center back. She can win balls. She likes to tackle. She likes the physical side of the game, as we mentioned. She's in the powerlifting group at her high school, and so I think there's a big upside with her and what she can do for us defensively for sure.